Washington State has a cap and trade legislation that goes into effect on January 1st, 2023, adding another 54 cents per gallon on gasoline. Do you think this will have a useful impact on climate change, or is this just another hustle for tax revenues?
I believe that climate change is real and in our backyard, and we need to address it. And I voted against this legislation. The reason I did that was because our neighbors who live, and myself who live in rural areas, we just drive a lot more than many other legislators that I work with. And sometimes that happens because that's where we can afford to live. I also voted against this legislation because our farmers have big equipment and our construction folks that are building the very housing that we know that we need. And we're just not there yet, and we can't move forward with this on the backs of the poor. So I do recognize how important this is. This is the kind of nuanced, well thought out policy that requires difficult conversations around a table with people from all sides bringing information to the table. I am not one to say that I know everything about everything, but I am willing to listen deeply and understand all sides of an issue before making a decision moving forward that will impact everybody in our community.
Thank you. Tasha?
Since 2018, the Washington State Legislature, which has been controlled strictly by the Democratic Party, has passed three more taxes. The carbon tax that she was just referencing, the long-term care tax, and a property tax, capital gains tax. And so all of these are mostly negatively influencing the low to middle income people in our communities. And so we need to come up with a more effective way. I appreciate that she voted no on it, but the fact of the matter is it still passed, and that's because there is an imbalance of power in the House and the legislature. And we are just trying to have a more balanced approach, which means both sides of the table need to be at the table in a balanced 50-50, closer to 50-50, versus having a huge leverage of 9, Republicans are down 9 seats in the House, and so that means that a lot of people can vote no, but the bills that are negatively impacting our communities are still being passed.
I voted no for all 3 of those tax increases, and I did that because I know our community well. I have grown up here, I have 5 generations of my family here, and when I think about how these policies will impact our community, it's your faces that come to mind and your stories that I've heard over my time as a social worker and a therapist and a neighbor and a friend in your community. And I'll continue to vote in the best interest of you, my community, every time. Thank you.